everyone, welcome back to another Trenton World 3 live stream. We're back on, and we are on the Midland Mainline, which has had quite a large update today, which has just changed a lot of things. We'll go through it a bit later on in the stream. We'll obviously want to get started first, but hopefully everyone's all well. Let's see what we have got in the chat. We've got James, you make me laugh, James. Yoshi, King, Gregory, Davidoff, Evan, Callum, John, New Model Bus, Leisure, Birmingham, George, Southern, you got history exams. Oh, brilliant. Sure you do well in that. History, what a fantastic thing. Hello, Jack, as well. Hello, Alex, how are you as well? TJ, how are you as well? So let's do this. We'll get the doors open. Why am I looking over there? It's been a little while. Neutral. Open the doors. Okay, we'll get that on as well. Hello, Transport 7 and Geffen, that's working. 2 Alpha 19. That is now. Well, I think was it working before? We'll do that. Let's get that on. And we're on the PlayStation for this one. I didn't actually consider doing it on Xbox. I probably should use the Xbox again at some point. I'm sure we will. Let's get this on as well. There we go. Right, cool. Hello, King Cat. I'm alright. How are you? We actually were on the Chatham Mainline the other day. Well, a week or two ago. Through Swanley. Nice Southern Rex. Good to Alex. Whereabouts are you on the bus? Lovely, Aiden. Is no door buttons in the cab for the 158? No, as the guard would do the door operations. So apparently the physics of this train have changed. So that'd be interesting to see if they have. Do we get the guard buzzer? That would be awesome if we did. Still saying there. Why is it still saying there? Oh, actually I like that. Hang on. What? Oh my god, now that is fantastic. Oh, that's good. Right. Oh, that is brilliant. Right, Beeston next. Oh, that's great. I was wondering why the door hadn't shut. I looked out and the guard door, I suppose where the guard would be, hadn't shut. Oh my god. That is good. That is a big step in the right direction. Hello, Indigo. How are you? Well done, Skyhook. Oh, nice, Alex. Oh, you're going up on the train. Why are we going so slow? Hang on. I know I said the physics had changed, but it doesn't go that slow, does it? That can't be right. Okay, let's give that another go again. Oh, yes, that would make sense, wouldn't it? There we go. That would make a lot of sense. It was sort of in the sun, so it's quite hard to see if it was actually on or not. It looked like it was off. But let's have a look at the patch notes then. Well spotted, Godfred and the Woodle bus there. It was quite hard to see as well. Let's have a little look. So, just going to go through the Midland Mainline changes. Not too fussed about obviously the other changes. I think we're actually going a bit quick. So Midland Mainline added 89 high-speed train services, particularly between Derby and Leicester. Added 20 Ivanhoe services between Leicester and Nottingham, including 3 freight services. Added ROG service from Derby to Leicester, dragging the Blue Class 375. Re-enabled the ROG and Class 375 Blue service. Re-enabled Totten to Leicester aggregate freight service. And updated Class 66 rail tour to use the Southeastern Class 66 instead of the RHTT Class 66, and overhauled areas around Derby Station, including add in a Derby Arena football stadium, 3 new buildings on the platforms, barriers, and changed bridge supports. And that's Midland Mainline. Oh no, hang on, there's more. Okay, are we ready? Let's go through them. Added Derby Arena football stadium. Added 3 new buildings on the platforms at Derby Station. Added barriers at Derby Station. Changed bridge supports at Derby Station. There's a lot. Adjusted lighting around Derby Station. Updated scenery around Loughborough Station based on community feedback. Adjusted platform at Barrow-upon-Soar so it no longer clips with the 158. Snow will no longer build up underneath Nottingham Bridge. Updated East Midlands Parkway with signage and display boards. Good. Updated Derby side building with doors, windows and arches and weathering effects. Removed floating benches at Derby Station. Derby Station buildings should no longer be floating. Fixed a light leaking in through underpass roof from the platform above. We are going to be a bit slow as we're doing this. Fixed the Beeston Station stair textures. We'll see that in a sec. Added AWS magnet on the line from Derby to Spondon. Added a new bridge around Leicester. Adjusted platform gauging at Leicester so that platforms better match the curvature of the track. Oh my god, it goes on. Fitted incandescent bulbs to signal just north of Leicester Station. Players should now be able to climb onto platforms at East Midlands Parkway and Leicester Station. Just keeping a little eye out there. We're all good. Where were we? Moved a lamppost at Spondon so a car stop should be attached to it. Fixed rain passing through the canopies at Derby Station. Created an extra car stop at Loughborough so longer trains can fit more coaches on the platform and allows passengers to board. Fixed trees appearing too close to the track. Added more car variation in car parks around Derby. Signal Lima Romeo 501 should no longer display double greens on a clear aspect. Funny that, wasn't it, when it did that. Fix custom livery spawning in HST and 158 formations on introductions and tutorials. The model for Derby Roundhouse by Derby Station has been replaced with new models and textures. Right, there is more, but let's quickly have a look at the chat. Wow. Fair enough. Train craft. When does Thameslink release? We don't know. Archie, yet not sure. Got the 23 from Corley Horsham, then hopped on the train. Fair enough. I don't know. No, there's not guards on the 700. It's DOO. I wonder if they're fixed. Well, yeah, hopefully, because the engine used to turn off, didn't it? Which was bloody irritating. Lovely, Callum. I suppose, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, I suppose you would have had a good day, so... Yeah, Manchester Glossop, that's going to be coming at some point. Ooh. If you remind me, TJ, I will. Let's speed up a bit more. Right, shall we go through some more patch notes? Yeah. So NPCs will now spawn at East Midlands Parkway. Lamps no longer clipping into the wall at Derby Station. I wish Dovetail, please make a dark mode for the forums. It absolutely kills your eyes reading this. Added missing track point blades coming out of the tunnel before East Midlands Parkway. Adjusted platform height at Siston Station. Fixed hedge materials displaying incorrectly. Fixed holes in the scenery at Derby Station. Fixed the gap in the Leicester footbridge. Activated AWS ramp for signal just north of Beeston Station. Passengers will no longer get stuck in the ground before boarding a train at Loughborough. Fixed a crash starting the set pieces scenario. Fixed missing set junction objectives on the set pieces scenario. Fixed conflicting speed limit information around the curve at Long Eaton and before East Midlands Parkway from Nottingham. Rain and snow should no longer clip ends of Red Hill Tunnel. We got fixed posters clipping into fences at East Midlands Parkway. Fixed flower pots attachment to fences at Long Eaton Station. Shelters at East Midlands Parkway will no longer change size when moving away. That's an interesting one. Removed snow build-up appearing on platform 1 at East Midlands Parkway. Fixed floating assets around platforms near Barrow-upon-Soar and Nottingham. Fixed issues with passengers getting stuck or floating at Nottingham stations. They've gone like all out here. Where was I? Rename text above lounge on platform 7 at Derby to read EMT Lounge. Achieving a gold medal on 5 Delta 90 Derby Etches Park will now correctly display on the menu. Fixed text at the end of the night train scenario from disappearing quickly. Fixed Nottingham station number signage with correct numbers. Redesigned Storley level crossing to be more natural. Added angle crossing plates. And removed short 90 mph section when leaving Nottingham Station. There might be more. Right, back to the chat. Oh no, there is more. Well, we'll get to that in a second then. There's Amanda, welcome in. How's the update today? All good so far. Would there not be a 2 coach stop marker and a 3? Hello, John. Look at this, look, the guard door opens for where the guard would be standing. And now the other door should open. Look at that, I mean that is fantastic. And watch when we shut the doors as well. It gets even better if you weren't watching the beginning. No, not yet, Sparrow. Oh, have they? Oh dear. There, so let's right, I'm gonna sort of do the closed door thing. Ready? Watch. So you'll see 3 doors shut, but then the one where the guard's standing doesn't shut just yet. Wait for it. You can see it's still open. Still open. Still open. There we go. Now it starts closing. Get back in the cab. Wait for it. That's brilliant. That's great. Right, Atom, we're next. Let's go. That is fantastic. Door alarms attached. But when the doors are opening and closing, the guard buzzer does work. Oh. Well, B, I didn't mean to press that. I've been playing so much Train Sim Classic, I pressed B for the other tone of the horn. But B does do the signal now on the keyboard. Sort of, Callum. Some of the update is missing. They're trying to sort it out. Should be done. Oh, okay. At some point. Well, that's working fine for us so far at the moment, so that's good. All good. And we'll go through the rest of the patch notes in a second. We'll sort of split it up as it just goes on and on and on. So the physics have been changed on this train as well. I believe so, King Jam. Well, definitely closing. A new feature. Is it really a feature? But it is a new thing, yeah. Is there a massive difference? That's what we're finding out. So not too far to the next station. You love the guard thing? Yes, we need that on basically every train which has a guard on well, on Train Sim World. I mean, if we've got this and this, I suppose, yeah, the Glossop line 323, that should probably have it as well. Yeah, you press close doors and it does it all for you. No, we can't yet, Davidoff. It does feel much nicer to drive, although it has been quite a while since we've driven this train. The brakes feel sort of a lot smoother. And much quicker releasing as well. Would you have a stop marker here? Farther than it was before the update. Right, let's do it again. So I'm going to set that to neutral. So I'm about to press right door open in 3, 2, 1. So I'll press the door open button. There you go, it does the guard, well the guard would open it up. And the guard panel's open as well. Oh, you can actually see it moving as well. Oh wow. They've really gone all out here. Hello Daniel's Trainers, how are you? Seems like it, Agent Brit. Yeah, definitely. We've gone for about half the patch notes, I think, so far. So feel free to sort of go back a little. But there's a lot. Hello Fin. Right, there you can see the guards doing the panel there. So that will close the other doors. You can just about hear the alarm, and then the guard will then shut their door. And then we'll then get the signal. Noisy train next door to us. Wait for it. Any second out. There you go. Brilliant. Right, Long Eaton next. Yeah, that's fantastic having that. That'd be cool, Quico. Right, Long Eaton next. And I wonder if we'll be stopping at Spondon as well, because Spondon, I don't think it had any trains stopping at it before. So hopefully that's been changed. So I think these would stop there. Right, let's see what else we got. Additional. Fix various collision errors and clipping across all stations and along the route. Fix various camera clipping issues. Players can no longer fly through iconic buildings. Corrected various spelling errors. And this is now all for the Class 158. It just goes on forever. Right, ready? Here we go. Door panel buttons should function as expected. Passengers no longer stand in the vestibules and block the player. So that's when you try to get out of the cab and they would stop you getting out. Fix an issue causing the guard panel local door to not work as expected in the open position. Added 2 help tips that showed the player how to open doors using shortcuts. Fixed areas where the model and textures were low resolutions. Various changes to emergency brake physics and logic. Reduced amount of sliding and slipping in conditions with bad adhesion. Remember before when we were coming into Barrow upon Saw, we basically overshot the platform, which wasn't nice because of that. Remove triple visual effect on front window texture. Fix issues with lighting in the passenger compartments. Fix lighting on the rear of the train at the start is now showing red and white. Brake demand light will now flash when brake demand is triggered and the TPWS and AWS reset button has not been pressed. Cab dial needles can now be seen at night with the cab lights off. Disabled sander and uncoupled button lights from illuminating. Add DSD pedal animation and sounds. We'll have a look at that in a second. Orange swooping line on the exterior of the 158 shall now end with a sharp point based on community feedback. Ensured climb up option for all doors. Fixed texture seam alongside of the reverser handle. In both 52 and 57 variants, the key will now correctly display once players have stopped interacting with the VHID in the guard panel. Changed wiper mode speeds for different slow and fast settings and raised driver viewpoint by 5 centimeters. So we're going to be slightly higher up. And it goes on, so let's come back to the chat again. We'll read some more in a sec. Hello, Joseph. No, I think you're thinking about the Glossop line, Agent Brit. And if you're on about guarding, there is going to be sort of a guarding scenario on the Glossop line. But for the buzzer going off, yeah, I think it is the only one. Oh, lovely essence here. I have got a holiday coming up as well at the end of June, so hopefully Glossop doesn't release them. But no, my luck, it probably will. Although we should then be able to get some videos done on it. Is there more than 2 coaches for the 158? Which 2 at the moment. Is there any services with more than 2? Chat, is there any new services with more than 2 coaches? Yeah, we'll go through the rest in a second. It's just so many for the Midland Mainline. It's really slow around here as well. And you've got the red ups here as well, which should clear. There we go. Only 2-car variant in real life. Right, let's go through some more patch notes. Fun. Where was that? Window wipers now properly clear rain and snow. Cab gauges will now be visible if instrument lights are inactive or when in direct sunlight. Adjusted vigilance penalty and pedal emergency timers to align with real life setups. Changed traction isolation and vigilance isolation to be toggleable. So we'll probably have to do that. So that the glass bar is removed when you toggle them. Allowed gangway door to be opened from the opposite cab of 2 coupled units. Added a set to set the reverser to off in the tutorial. Added animations and toggled clipboard light switch. Prevented players from being able to click the front coupler in external views. I don't know if that's attached to the last one. Implemented fault lamp test. Added various fixes and improvements to the 158. Fixed the class 158 head tail light mimic panel to display marker lights as intended. Corrected coupler button logic. Tail lights are now correctly red, as they were sort of, I think, more sort of pinky before. Removed ability, or no, orangey. Removed ability to interact with the second man seat window through the front cab door. Fixed AI trains so they can couple without issue. Train should now work as expected when taking over from the AI after being previously coupled. Ensured that all guard panels guard panel buttons are clickable and that the buzzer has audio. Starting engine with aux lights extinguished will not trip alternator excitation. Ensured local control only shuts off the local engine and the engine can be restarted by pressing engine start. Fixed issue preventing sanding to never be applied on rear coach. Fixed a blue door light to stay illuminated until all doors in the consist are closed and interlocked. And adjusted platform height at assistance station. And there's more. And various fixes to audio. And then we're going to the 43. So there's a lot. Right, coming up to Long Eaton. Oh, no, they don't, Agent Brit. This is the first one. I believe it's the first one where you can hear the buzzers from the buzzer from the guard. I don't think there's any more like that, sadly. Well, I reckon Glossop will probably have it. Well, would these stations have stop markers? Because there's still nothing here. Hello, GN365. How are you? Yeah, this is Long Eaton. We're a little bit late as we've been going through all of that. So it said about doing the vigilance. That's not those there, is it? It says you can now toggle it. Where's that then? That'll be behind probably, won't it? Will it? Oh, there we go. Right, we'll get that on. And was there another one? Is that it? No, I think that might be. Is that the only one? Right, vigilance is now on. Okay. Alright, let's get the door shut. Here, quickly. Glossop line, class 700. Lots is coming, Agent Brit. Exciting stuff as well. Fair enough. See, I'm sure you'll be all good. Right. Right, let's go. What's the next station actually? Spondon. Yes, we can finally stop at Spondon. As before, it was quite neglected and didn't have any services. And we're off. And then what we'll do when we get in the HSC, we'll then do the rest of the patch notes. If you can give me the code for it, Reggie, we will. Enough, Agent Brett. I would say probably the most exciting thing coming up is the 700. At least for me, that's the most exciting. Glossop, yeah, it'll be cool. But 700, that's the real deal. Does sound good, yeah. Let's get a flyby shot. Let's watch it rolling through Long Eaton. Good, yeah. I mean, from the screenshots, it looks fantastic. The text at the front still seems a bit small. I don't know if it would be like that realistically. It's sort of unreadable. Unless maybe that hasn't made it into the patch. I-7. It does, yeah. Manchester to Piccadilly to Glossop and Hadfield. But trains which go to Hadfield go via Glossop, so you sort of go down to Glossop, then you sort of change ends and then go back up to Hadfield. There'll be videos, Davidoff. Yeah, there'll be videos. And if the Glossop line did release whilst I'm on holiday, fingers crossed it doesn't, but you never know. Then there'll be videos, but there just won't be a stream on it. Fingers crossed. What route is the 700 for? It's for southeastern high speed. I mean, it's not actually for the high speed lines. That'd be quite cool to see. See it on there though. It would be. I'll be running between Dartford and Rainham on the 9 Papa services, which run between Rainham and Luton. But obviously you'll only be able to take it as far as Dartford. Probably Agent Brit, yeah. Well, they're basically the same thing, I suppose. Cheers, SNCF. There's the patch notes if anyone wants to read through them. I think so, Mark, yeah. ETS, wasn't it? Any mention of US freight on the road map? Yes. Double G, the Northeast Corridor New York Trenton route will be getting a few freight services on it. If you own Sam Patch Grade, yeah, if you own Sam Patch Grade for the GP38-2. Then if you own Norfolk Southern, I think you can then get a sort of mix, a mix of consists, or sort of a mix of what you see in the consist, which is quite cool. So yeah, for the Northeast Corridor New York Trenton, there will be freight services coming, but no new freight routes. Oh dear, Callum. Spondon, I think we start slowing down for Spondon. There'll be like a canal on our left, I think. Alright, Reggie. And we can start slowing down for that. And once we get to Derby, we'll pop in the HST, then we'll read through all of the HST changes, and then we'll take it to Leicester. How you doing, Dorset? Was that wall there before? That wasn't there before, was it? No, that wasn't there. I'm pretty certain that wasn't there, that wall there on the left. Oh, is it those yet? Right, we're coming up to Spondon. No, actually, no, yeah, we are coming up to it. You've got the canal there on the left. Shouldn't be too far along, I don't think. Yeah, you've got the weird 158s. Can't remember what dash they are. 7s? The ones where you've sort of got, well, they've been sort of been extended and had something attached on the end. Yeah, so Spondon should be upcoming. There it is. Start slowing that down. No word on what the new German loco is. Not yet. Still just new German loco. That's all we know. Sounds silly, but were there wind turbines here before? Probably. Am I happy it's summer? Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, quite excited for summer actually. Was it going on holiday? That would be nice to do. And starting my new railway job, or full-time railway job. So yeah, looking forward to it. And we have got a stop marker as well. Yes. Stop lives matter. Stop markers matter. There we go. Hello, Daniel. How are you? So this is Spondon. It now has trains because before it didn't have any trains. So this sort of weird bit coming off here. There'd probably be a fence there, wouldn't there? But yeah, you've got stop markers here, so that's good. The amount of platform you just don't use though. Hello, Kenny. I'm alright, how are you? You'll find out at some point, Reggie. Not just yet though. As it's winter or raining 10 months of the year. Oh, hang on. Does it alternate? So this time the guard's in the end door. Oh, I like that as well. Yeah, this time the guard's in this door at the very end. There you go. I like that. Right, Derby next. Hello, Shelley. How are you? I surprisingly did see the roadmap update, Shelley, yes. No, they weren't there before, were they? Those turbines, they weren't there before. I'm pretty certain they weren't there. Could be wrong though. But they have it. What is that tower there? I know they have added quite a bit of scenery around Derby. That's George. Oh, I see, yeah, Dorset. Odd. Yeah, what is that? So we should also be able to see Pride Park, I think it's called, which is the Derby City ground. The Rams, I think they're nicknamed. Is that near those fences? Were they there before? I don't remember seeing that. Could be wrong though. It could have been there all this time. So the football stadium's over that way somewhere. Let's have a look. So you should see a bit more life here at Derby. Where's the football stadium? That's somewhere. Where is it? I think it's like over there, is it? I don't know. We might see. Oh, hang on. There it is. There's the football stadium. There you go. Any Derby City fans or Derby fans? There's your football stadium. They still haven't added Selhurst Park. But I think you've got quite a few. You've got the Amex in the game now. Very good one. You've got Wembley in the game. And yeah, obviously now Pride Park, and I think that's all of them. Did they not? Oh, not a big fan of them, are you? Hello, Depot. What's the new update? We've been going through it, but just tons and tons of changes. And we'll go through more of it once we hop into the HST. Yeah, we'll have dual voltage capability, which is good. Yeah, we'll jump in the HST next. Ticketer, there's 14 buses in the city centre alone, and the whole network is 58 buses. Doesn't sound many though, does it? The whole network's 58 buses. Like when you say that, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I suppose it is. If you line them all up, it would go on forever. Do you think the 700 will be on the BML? Not to begin with. You think they've done a bad job on first class? I think it looked decent. And I travel on the 700s a lot. You hate Nottingham Forest, but there we go. They said they will make they're not making a Thameslink route, no. I mean, hopefully they do make a Thameslink route. Sort of, well, obviously we do have the Dartford to Rainham, which is Thameslink. But something like the Thameslink Core or Midland Mainline South, something like that. Brilliant. I'm guessing that's for the Glossop line little station. I think it's a guard scenario. So whenever the Glossop line releases. Oh yes, that's true, yeah. Murrayfield Stadium, Edinburgh, Glasgow. Oh yeah, it said about animated DSD pedal. Around the tight corner and into Derby. Did a bit around it. From Luton to Raynham, that would be cool. A bit of a weird route, but that would be cool. As if anything, you'd want probably more of the North Kent line. And have we got stop markers here? So apparently there's been quite a few added buildings to Derby Station, as well as barriers. So we should see slightly different bits. But please be a stop marker. I can't see a stop marker. Yankee Stadium. Yes, yeah. Is that modelled though? The Yankee Stadium. It's got up line this month. I suppose either this month or next month. We don't know just yet. But I'm going to come to a stop here. Would it be nice to see some stop markers in? Unless you don't have stop markers up this way, but I'm assuming you probably do. There we go. Oh yes, TJ, yeah. We'll head down to Leicester now, actually. In fact, where did this service go out? Oh, let me back in. I want to have a look. No, it's kicked me out. Not too bad. Right, let's jump in the HSC. Uh-oh. I think we're trapped in. It's going, I think. Let us out. It's not you at Castle. Right, good. Does it feel like a busy route? Oh, is the train... No, it's still there. Does it feel like a busy route? Well, they have added more services, so it should feel busier. Right, let's see when this one leaves. See you, Callum. Oh dear. How you doing on the move? And yeah, we'll go over the... yes, brilliant. If we're quick, actually, we might not be able to make this. If we can't run down there by 56, which is in 20 odd seconds, it'll probably leave without us. Quick. We can make it. Quick. Jump in. Take it over. Move, move, move. Go, 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 go. Oh, we can't. Hang on, we can't. Oh, maybe this goes somewhere else. Oh, we'll see. We'll wait here. Maybe it will let us at 56. No? I'm not sure. Let us in. Let's do the horn. Sounding good. No, it doesn't seem to let us drive that one. Okay, we'll go back out and we'll go back in and pick one up. And now you use the coupling hatch from the HST, and we'll have to have a look. We'll load back into another one, and then take it down from Derby to Leicester. Once it loads us back out, we're on the PS5 for this. Pick a route, Midland Mainline, HST. Let's do from Leicester. No, not that one. We want basically the opposite of that. That must be 16 minutes. That can't be right. Leicester to Derby. No, we want to go the other way. Derby to Leicester. There, 11 o'clock. Right, so changes to the HST. Fixed DRA and AWS isolate switches being reversed in operation. Passengers will correctly board and disembark and will not go through staff guard doors. HST cars should be in the correct order. Fix an issue preventing players to interact with the gangway doors. Fix an issue where the TPWS trips with penalty brake on entry to Nottingham. Removed blocked windows of Mark III TGS coach and added interior model for rear side guards area. Fixed issues with shadows casting behind decals on Mark III coaches. And PS4 and Xbox One fixed text appearing blurry and illegible on decals. And there is more, but let's just get this underway. Right, okay, let's get that set up. Not normal. And then you had the AWS in a slightly different area. Let's get that on. So yeah, it doesn't come on this one. Why isn't 700 on BML? Because it's not in the game. I wonder if we have the guard buzzer going off here. So I don't know HSTs, but I'm assuming they would have the guard on doing the buzzers. Lovely, but here we are. Okay, can you open the coupler hatch? You can't, unfortunately. So we're going to be calling at... Oh, straight to Leicester. Well, that's alright then, nice and quick. Let's see, you can sit in passenger seats once again. Fixed, not quite awake scenario to now start with the HSTs reverser facing forward. Fixed issue where doors appeared open after closing them from a distance. That's been an issue, I think, since Great Western Express. Fixed gangway doors to correctly display open and close. And that's it. That's all of the patch notes for the Midland Mainline. That took forever to go through, but we've done it. Everyone gives yourself a pat on the back. Okay, well, let's test. Actually, no, I want to stay in case we do hear the... And does it not? I can still see it open down there. Look, you still see the door open. Why are you still open? I thought that was sorted. Okay, now it's shut. It's quite a short one, this one. Right, let's get going. Let's get out of here and head south. There we go. There's definitely a bit more signage. I don't remember these signs before. Trespassers beware. Did they have those before? I don't think they did. Yeah, there's like lots of no smoking stuff. These as well. Overhead live wires. Actually, hang on. Skyhook. Overhead live wires. Yeah. Unless it auto places them, maybe. That's why you've got that weird one at Redditch on the Cross City, which says fast trains go through this go through a dead end station. There's a bit more signage though. No cycling. Yeah, definitely a bit more signage though. Not sure about the live wires above though. Added numerous signage. Oh. Hopefully we don't get emergency stopped at Mount Sorrel. So that used to be an issue. But it looks like they fixed the TPWS issue at Nottingham. So I'd imagine the same for Mount Sorrel. But out we go. Cool. We're on our way. Maybe TJ, yeah, possibly. And we're off. Says a nice quick trip south to finish us off. Lovely. So let's get that sped up. But nice that trains are now stopping at Spondon, and I think my favourite thing of the update is the 158, where you actually have the guard, and it actually shows all the doors animating as sort of they would, and the guard buzzer. That's my favourite thing. That is good, yeah. So I would imagine, yeah, for Glossop Line, which I think is again a guard operated one, I would imagine you will hear the buzz buzz at stations. If they can do it on here, there's no excuse for not doing it on Glossop. Or at least they should be able to do it on Glossop. Oh, they need a buzz. Notch 7 screams a little more compared to the previous build. Notch 3 sounds like Notch 4 now when compared to the original release. That is a good then deal. Yeah, lots of exciting fixes though. So it has been, what, almost a couple of months in the making, but good. Maybe see the guard compartment. Yes, if we can. Was it near the back, wasn't it? Guard compartment. Guard compartment. On there. Ah, in there. Guard compartment. We just have a little look right through the train, I suppose. Responded. You got the coach here as well with the bar. Still shut, the bar. Hello, Mick. The smell. I don't know about that, Mick, but there we go. Just for you, Mick. Are you on tonight, Mick? And the rear Mark III carriage. Okay. Is it there? Toilet. It looks like it has more rivers, nature and hills in some places, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a bit more going on. Still got this sort of quite barren bit though, where things don't load in until the last second. Yeah, there's definitely a bit more scenery there on the route, that's for sure. And there's been a wall added down here as well, which we'll see in a sec. Fair enough, TJ. We'll get a flyby shot in a second. We got to. It will show us the district line. That'll be cool as well. And they've added a wall somewhere. We might have actually already passed it. We might have actually. Sort of next to the bridge. Oh, it's not on this HSC set. Ah, okay. Well, we're spawning at Leicester. I think it's 10 past 7 after, and then we might be able to see it. Can't stream on 2 channels at the same time. Is that a Streamlabs issue, Mick? If your Streamlabs Prime, do you use Streamlabs? Maybe your Primes run out on there. Maybe that's having issues. Streamlabs. Do you think it would become a service? What do you mean? Let's race ahead and we'll get a nice passing shot. There it goes. Very nice. So it shouldn't take us too long to get down to Leicester, as we are running fast all of the way. So we're going to be skipping out Long Eaton, East Midlands Parkway. What's after that? Loughborough, Barrow upon Soar, Selby, yeah, and then Siston, and then Leicester. Class 222, that would be cool. Well, Skyhook did actually put a post up the other day saying what would you like to see on this route in future. They sort of said it would be a base for, well, future DLC. So that hopefully means there'll be route extensions to this, which would be perfect for this type of route. Yeah, that would be cool to see. Maybe. Oh, I see. Oh, that's not good then, Mick. I think Twitch are quite funny of that, aren't they? They sort of don't like people doing across both Twitch and YouTube. That's why we want to take a look at Trovo, Mick. I don't know how much of a following you have on Twitch, but have a look at Trovo. That's what I did use. Yeah, I don't know how much it's grown, but I only stopped because we weren't getting many viewers on it, but it might have grown a bit now. Yeah, Trovo. HT to be on the southeastern high speed. Why would it be on the southeastern high speed? 156, that would be cool. the power station seems to load in much quicker, or much sooner. And it doesn't look like jelly yet. It doesn't look like jelly either. Or not as much like jelly. It actually looks decent from afar. Which is good. Fair enough, George. I would like to say they've raised the beams there going across, because I know before they were quite low down and some trains actually clipped them. So I'm assuming that's been raised. I'd like to see a route extension. A lot of people want to see a route extension going to Sheffield, but why Sheffield? Go south, go towards Bedford. Because we don't have that. That's the only bit I think on Midland Mainline we don't have on Train Sim Classic, and that is going south. So from Leicester to Bedford. So it'd be quite cool to see it as a first on Train Sim World. Also like Market Harborough, Kettering, those sorts of places. Wellington as well, I think that's another one. And also the bit off to Corby. Lovely, well we're flying along now, along the quadruple track main line. Lovely, mate. It's yeah, probably worth doing that. YouTube's the best place to grow as you get more recommendations. It's just better to grow on YouTube, I suppose. Have a good day on 319. Love to see that. Yeah, someone mentioned at the beginning that there's been, not all of the fixes have come over yet, but they said they're working on getting that sorted. But we've seen quite a lot of noticeable changes in a positive way. So yeah, it's been good. Goes possible. Well, one more reason to put it in then. For the 10 things this route has, the Weetabix factory. Perfect. I mean, the bit up to Sheffield's alright though. You'd go past Amber Gate, and it's much smaller state than what it is on Peak Forest. But you'd see it off to the side. Actually, what would be cool if they did do an extension to Sheffield? It would be cool to see Amber Gate to Matlock in its modern form. Which would be quite cool, because then you'd have sort of an old version of, Peak Forest, and then you'd then have a modern version. So, I don't know, it would just be nice to sort of see it like that. Hey Tintin, how are you? How did you find the update? Yeah, there's more going on. I think they've also said they added a stop sign at... Well, not every station seems to have a stop sign, but then if there is missing things from the update, then that might be why. No, we don't have any date for the 700. But absolutely can't wait though, when it does come out. That's good then, George. Does it have any sidings there? Or a yard? That'd be cool, TJ. So far so good, that's good then. But yeah, this route's definitely a foundation for extension. It just has extensions written all over it. I think that's what I'd like to see more of in Train Sim World. For things like South Eastern High Speed, this route is extensions. Instead of like on Train Sim Classic where you've got Chatham Mainline and Medway Valley Line. And then you've got like the other version of the Chatham Mainline, the more modern version down to Ramsgate and Dover. And then you've got South Eastern, so you've basically got 4 routes for almost the same bit of track. It's like, ooh. So now obviously Train Sim World's more sort of a founded game. It's got these routes. It would be great to see more route extensions. Ah, see George. Don't know your Weetabix history. Wow. Have a good deal. Is that at Mount Sorrel, Biggs? I'm guessing, yeah, around Barrow upon Sorrel, that probably would be Mount Sorrel. We haven't. Well, we're going there now. Still love seeing this. That's the GTR, the Great Central Railway, with their sort of missing link bridge. Are the timetable improvements noticeable? I wouldn't say drastically noticeable, but there definitely was a little bit more going on at Derby, and at Leicester. No, and at Nottingham. It felt like there was a bit more going on. Didn't feel as dead. So I wouldn't say drastically, but slightly noticeable. You'll get, you know, the odd extra train here and there. Yeah, that's Mount Sorrel, Big Spunny. That would be a bug, TPWS issue. Oh, I see, George. They did not update that bridge. Now, I think on that signal going the other way, that was where the double green was. Definitely more traffic now, especially HST. That'd be brilliant, Aiden. Well, there is one route I would love to see. I would love one route to be loved and given attention. That's the Brighton Mainline. Well, that's probably quite hard to do so, as I said, they need like an optimization patch for it, which probably is a very hard thing to do. I don't know game developing, but it sounds like a hard thing to do. But yeah, that's one route I'd love to see. Have a bit of TLC, the BML. Was that bridge there before? That looks a bit different as well. Don't remember seeing it like that. So this is Barrow upon Sorrel. I can speed up as well. We'll have a look, Biggs, because I know the issue you're on about. Lovely. Yeah, so if we come to an emergency stop in a second, then that issue has not been sorted yet, which is the TPWS issue here at Mount Sorrel. So will we get e-braked in a second? If we do, we're expecting it. I am sort of expecting it. It'll be it's here. No, we're all good at the moment. We seem to be okay, Biggs. Yeah, we made it through. That'd be cool, Aiden. There was actual embankments there this time. Pre-update didn't have any embankments. Has a red support frame on it. That wasn't the one which you just went under, was it? Oh, that's another red one. And you've got fences as well, because before people could literally simply walk off the footbridge, down the stairs and onto the track. So there's slightly more track security, which is good. But it's nice to see, obviously, Skyhook have listened to the community and then delivered. The route's been out 2 months and it's already had a massive scenery update. I'm trying to think of another route which has not had a scenery update yet. And that's been out since October 2021. My favourite route. There's an updated bridge towards Leicester. Oh yes, over the 4th rail bridge. That would be cool on the 5 circle. Oh, I see. Yeah, that would be cool, TJ. Although a lot of work in that, and the amount going on that section is, well, it's just so much. Hello, here you go. Ah, so you're in. Yeah, you're in. You're all good. Well, we'll be finishing at Leicester. I'm gonna say we're spawning at Leicester at 7:10 in the evening. Why didn't they do the BML to London Bridge? Well, wasn't any point. Because we didn't have a 700 /1 whatever. So there wouldn't be any point. I mean, quite a few southern services do go to London Bridge, but sort of the main, I suppose the main, Southern Gatwick Express is to Victoria. That's all good. Yeah, it was, 36 minutes long, the roadmap video, and then editing it took about double that. So I've got to add in all the text. I actually skipped out some of it, it just took so long. But yeah, it was a good roadmap though. Slightly noticeable, Adrian, not drastically noticeable, but it is slightly noticeable, especially at sort of places like Derby and Nottingham. But lots of good changes. Maybe George. Ah, see you later. I doubt you would see the BMLB extended to London Bridge. I don't really see much point in it, really. I mean, it would be cool, but then it would probably. I mean, the route already struggles, so imagine London Bridge. I don't think that would really help. That was an issue pre-update, Biggs. So you may still be. Yeah, we're set to normal, so you may still maybe be on the old update, although apparently they might have shipped the wrong build. I don't know if that's on Xbox or on PlayStation. I mean, we seem to have the update, so I'm assuming we're all good. So it might be... yeah, you're on Xbox, Biggs? It might be maybe the update hasn't fully sort of properly released for that yet, just yet. Nice. And yeah, we are now coming into Leicester. Oh, you're on PS5? Not sure then. Have you done the system software update? I don't think that would make any difference, but I know there was a system software update today. So I was going to make sure you got that all done. I suppose, yeah, restart the console. Yeah, it should be all good. Fair enough, TJ. We did, yeah. No, I think that's what we just added to fill the gap. I'm not too sure then, Biggs. Not too sure. Oh, I didn't realise you get trophies for... okay. Right then, well there you go. I played Class 43 HT 430 miles. A GWE trophy. Because we're on the next gen version, which I've done a lot less of. And this is Leicester we're coming into. What is the update? Many changes. Updated timetable, updated physics. We've gone through all of it within the stream, Evan, but yeah, it's just tons. They did fast, yeah. I mean, we seem to be okay. There we are, missing a few bits. But certainly there are improvements, though, as we've seen them. There we go. So yeah, spawn at 10 past 7. You wanted me to spawn in at Leicester. We can do that. Is that an S-car stop there? I think it is. Or 10 car stop. Well, we're less than that, so we'll stop there. Here we are, though. Oh, there's the first class lounge, which they've added a sticker for. That'll do. But you can see, if we come along, PlayStation Network, the update. Oh, Oh, what's going? Let us out. There you can see I got the first class lounge. Right, 7:10. Someone said to spawn in at Leicester. Well, TJ did. And we'll end up with that Argo, and then you can watch trains for a couple of minutes. That'd be cool, Aiden. That'd be really cool, actually. Ah, yes, we can do that, George. Midland Mainline, on foot, Leicester. And he said 7:10 in the evening was a good time. Let's do that then. 7:10. Right, we're going back in. Yeah, not too bad though. Nice run. Here's the 158. We've actually already done that. That would be... Oh, here goes one. So is that saying where it's going southbound? That's already come to a stop. Brilliant. It does say St Pancras International there. It did say, well, and St Pancras International. So it might be working. Let's have a look. Calling at Leicester. Well, we'll be calling at Leicester again. Market Harbour. What's after that? And London. So that's working now, which is good. Yeah, more signage about as well. But yeah, but that is going to be it from me. Hopefully everyone has... What's that up there? Was that there before? What was that? It's like a greenhouse on top. Is it a shopping centre? Well, there's something up there which I don't think was there before. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. I'll leave you here for a couple of minutes and you can watch the trains doing their things. Yes, it does. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. I'll be back tonight. Well, I won't be back tonight, but I'll be on the Train Sim Classic channel and I'll be showing off the North London line in the Class 313 at 7 PM UK time, so feel free to tune into that. I'll probably be in there. But yeah, that was the Skyhook update of the Midland Main Line. I think, yeah, pretty decent. I mean, lots of good changes there for the better, and I would say it's now a much more playable route and a much more fun and enjoyable experience playing the route with way less bugs. And especially my favourite thing is the guard, because the guard now does the buzzer on the 158. That is absolutely fantastic and a step in the right direction. So very happy from me, all smiles. But yeah, thanks all for coming in, and I'll turn off the webcam and you can enjoy trains for a couple of minutes. So see you all and take care. That's it from me. See you all. Take care. Bye guys.